Hello Aquarius, thanks for visiting my channel. My name is Jason. This is a general tarot reading for September 2019. Could be about love, career, any questions burning away for you at the moment. We'll see what comes out. Okay, Aquarius, you go into this period with the Hermit card. So the Hermit card talks about looking inside ourselves to perhaps confront some things that we don't necessarily like about ourselves. The good thing about this card is that we come to it from a place of honesty and a willingness to really examine who we are. And we come out of this energy a better person. So perhaps if there's been some way you've been responding to someone or a situation and you haven't really liked that, you've tried to look at your part in the whole transaction to see, well, what would you do differently next time? And we usually find in these situations our ego sort of takes over a little bit. And if it's not you that you've been looking at, I'm thinking it's more of perhaps you've been a counselor for someone or a mentor for someone, or perhaps you may have taken on some kind of a teaching role in spiritual things or in ways to sort of help people manage their behaviors and attitudes. And what's crossing you, Aquarius? You have the Nine of Pentacles. So the Nine of Pentacles talks about an independent state of mind, about feeling abundant enough to be able to really examine ourselves and live our own life. And because that's crossing the Hermit card, I'm feeling that this is a good time to do it because you are happy to be independent. You're not relying on outside influences to guide who you are and who you feel, how you feel about yourself. So that's I'm feeling a strong sense of growth for you, Aquarius, in the way you're looking at yourself and ways you might improve things. Okay, in your conscious goal, you have the Four of Pentacles. So the Four of Pentacles talks about, or can talk about lots of things, but I'm feeling it's talking about you're saving some kind of money for something, trying to save for, perhaps a holiday, or it's more about waiting and seeing what's next. So perhaps you've recently come into a situation where, yes, you are feeling pretty good. Perhaps you've received some kind of a payout, but you know that you'll need to keep an eye on the way you spend this money or these resources because there may be some unsettled times coming up. Okay, and so with the Four of Pentacles here, you'll see this person holding these coins quite close. You may just be a little reluctant to spend as freely as you might normally. In your unknown influence, you have the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands talks about looking out and planning something, planning travel, and so perhaps that's what that Four of Pentacles was about. You may be saving for traveling somewhere, and I'm feeling when you travel, there's a chance you may not come back, Aquarius. You may be making all the right noises, saying, and part of you thinking that you'll be coming back to a person or a situation, but it's looking like you've planned to go somewhere and you don't really worry about turning your back for good on whatever this situation is. So there's a real sense of moving on, traveling away and not coming back, Aquarius, if that's for you. And look, if you're in that situation, if you're not abrogating your responsibilities, that's very exciting. You've come to this understanding of yourself that perhaps you need to see more of the world. We'll see how that goes. In your recent past, you have the Queen of Rods. So the Queen of Rods is a very busy woman usually. She gets lots of things done. She doesn't carry much baggage with her. She is a leader. She's quite charismatic and creative. successful, quite liberated sexually as well. And in the recent past, it looks like you've come to this place of having done a lot of work, and now it's just like, all right, well, what now? So I'm feeling that you've just got so much energy and so much life around you at the moment, Aquarius, and success breeds success, and so you've seen how successful you can be, and you want more of that. And I'm really feeling your excitement and this rise in your self-esteem or in your enthusiasm for seeing what's next for you. There's been some realizations about yourself. In your approaching influence, you have the Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups is a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, can be a child or someone younger than you, and they're very emotional. So I'm feeling that there may be someone coming across your path, and they'll be a very creative person, but you just need to be and they're very sensitive. So if this is a person, then they will be very loyal to you and very loving to you, and they will just give and give and give, and they can be very, very creative, but they are easily hurt. And so if this is the kind of person you want to be with, that you just need to sort of perhaps modify your behaviours a little, Aquarius, sometimes. Now, if it's not a person coming toward you, this Page of Cups, this is a real, perhaps you'll be entering into a real deep emotional, almost spiritual, Neptunian kind of energy, and out of this swimming in this emotion, there'll be some great ideas, some real epiphany, some creative spark, and you'll just wake up one morning or in the middle of the night one night and just say, yes, I've got the answer. Fantastic. And I'm feeling if you write that down somewhere, then this could be a real catalyst for getting you started on your next big thing, whatever that is. But look, it's a great idea. It's feeling very creative, and good luck with it, whatever it is. And it'll be coming to you soon if you just ask for your next idea or for guidance from your angels or whoever you pray to. There is definitely a big idea coming for you, Aquarius. I can feel like something which will come out of the blue. Okay, it won't be like something that's been planned and organised. It'll just hit you one day, and it could make you, if not rich, it will provide you a lot of emotional fulfillment, creative fulfillment. Your talents. Okay, you're bringing this Ace of Rods approach, this attitude. So you've got this self-starting kind of energy. The Ace of Rods quite often talks about starting a new business, starting a new creation. When I think of rods, I think of a fire stick, and this is like the Ace of Rods. You've been handed this fire stick from God, from Spirit, and he's just said, rightio, go ahead and light what you will with this. And so it's a great card for starting new things and creating and charisma and taking other people with you. So very happy, optimistic, energetic card. Lots of fire here. Sometimes the fire can burn out though, so it might seem like a good idea to start with, whatever you're starting, but just you need to keep coming up with new ideas to keep this in. I'm feeling something which is very multifaceted for you. So, for example, if you're opening up a shop, you might start selling one thing and then decide to start selling other stuff as well to broaden what you offer to your clients. Okay, in your environment, you have the Moon card. So this is the way the world sees you, the way you're seeing the world. And I'm looking at this lobster creature just coming out of the deep water there, the murky depths, and onto the land. And so perhaps this is how you're seeing things. Now you can see the light, you can climb out of this dark place that you've been in for a while, perhaps that hermit energy which has allowed you to look inside yourself. And now you're just about climbing onto that solid ground, and when you get there, then you'll be on that path. Okay, it looks like a good time to do it because those dogs and beasts are howling at the moon, and you'll see the pillars just past them, and that'll be like some kind of rite of passage. So you might have to find a few secrets out, and then that'll put you on the right path. And it's like you're not making a big fuss about this. You might be doing something in semi-secret. So it's under the moonlight. People might know about it, but only perhaps those who are closest to you. And so perhaps you're studying some kind of occultish thing, or you've been developing some kind of a skill in the background which you're not quite ready to reveal yet. If you're an entertainer, this could be about writing songs or music, or creating something ready to put out on public display as well, I'm feeling. Okay, in your hopes and fears, you have the Eight of Wands. So the Eight of Wands talks about communications, fast-moving communications. And so I'm feeling that you're waiting for a message that you've been waiting for a while, and you want things to start moving a bit more quickly for yourself. You've got this Ace of Rods energy and this Queen of Wands energy around you, and you want go, go, go. They're quite fast-moving energies, and you don't want to lose your momentum here. Perhaps there's a bit of fear in the background going that, if you stop, then the iron will go cold. And you've heard that saying, strike while the iron is hot. And I feel because you're feeling this real sense of momentum, you want to keep that going. But there's just some messages you're waiting for. Perhaps you're so hyped and enthusiastic about whatever you're doing that you want others to come along with you, and you feel that others around you are a little bit slow. In your outcome, you have the Lovers card. So the Lovers card can indicate, yes, it can indicate a coming together of two romantic partners, but it can also be about agreements, binding agreements, contracts. So perhaps what you've been working on, you might get a regular gig out of this, or some kind of something which is going to provide you a bit more stability. But with this stability might come some responsibility as well. When we get the Lovers card in the future position, it's when we least expect it as well. So I could say, keep your eye out for something unexpected, but then you'd be expecting it. But this is definitely talking about something coming which will be binding, but there will be some responsibilities, but it will be good for you. Okay, so I really like that reading for you, Aquarius. I hope that's resonated. Please let me know in the comments if it has. If it hasn't, please go ahead and check out my readings for your moon and rising signs. And thanks very much for watching. Hopefully I'll catch you in a month.